All right, welcome back to Project Regenesis. We do have our dying herd of diseased Corythosaurs being treated here from the end of last time. Hopefully that's all going to work itself out. We are releasing these Pachycephalosaurs, which were released inadvertently with the wrong skin because it did not properly update. Now, they should be the correct skin, Calcarana, so I could go ahead and release another wave of these. But perhaps I want to look at doing some gene mods first, maybe. We're one species off of confined. But we can do social when we have the geneticist for it. I think I'll do that. I think we'll try and wait. So then we can do... We have enough here for a research task. What do we need? So we did upgrades. We did power. We've got all the basic amenities. We can do higher tier paths, but we don't have the points for it right now. Or in general, so we could go ahead and distribute some points. So if we make you a 4 and you a 3, then we have it. Is that what we're going to do? I think so. We'll need these logistics points anyway, long term, to get higher skill on other, you know, higher genetics, higher welfare, higher skill on other skills, basically. So we might as well try and get, you know, up there. Let's see what our next requirement is actually for staff training. Okay, it is 9, so yeah, that gets us this. So that's what we can do next.
Asset transportation complete.
Okay, you got one more. You can do it. Get over there. We could also do more Corythosaurs while we wait.
Transporting asset.
Because they do have an alpha proper, so we can just release more. And there's no downside to that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome our Pachycephalosaurus.
Appeal rating or ticket sales? Ticket sales is probably the easiest of these, I would
I do
imagine.
this because I love the craft, but a little extra in the bank doesn't hurt.
Let's go check on our new friends. Oh, speaking of our new friends, they are diseased. They are ill. The disease jumped, of course, all the way to the far end of the park, as it does. I mean, green-blue is not the worst color combo for these guys. It doesn't exactly scream in JP3, but, you know, I can live with it. We'll just headcanon that as the male or something, or the female, depending, I guess. I'm not sure if I would consider... Dude, we almost had it, and now it's just springing back up. Wait, where's the third? Oh, it was maybe straight behind it, or it being airlifted in. It would not shock me if it was actually spreading mid-air. Well, good luck, medical team. We'll have to babysit you for a bit. Alright, profits are good, though. So, why don't we push a little bit of this? Nope, can't, because you need a break. So, just kidding. In the meantime, genetics research, maybe? Yeah, we can do drought tolerance, which gets us access to a skin. Let's do it. We only get 1 cheaper research on this, but not terribly expensive anyway. Do we think with the addition of the Pachycephalosaurs, this ice slushies will be useful to us? I think so. Okay. Cool. And now you're not. For whatever reason. I'm just going to mark this down to classic, save and reload, and your whole park's distribution of demand changes because the game is weird. Please inoculate the rest of the herd. Did I never put food down for this? I love that the second I like look at it, that's when it fucking disappears. I don't have any status info, right? Okay, let's grab a ranger station, slap that bitch down. These were ground leaf. We glimpsed it before it disappeared. At least I'm pretty sure it was ground leaf. Just scatter a bit around. Oh, is this gonna... No, this should be fine. We still get an accurate disease count. Alright, go get the Spino. Presumably is also you. Oh, we got disease problem back up over here, which is just fucking great. Let's go get some Microceratus. Actually, if I do... Yeah, hold on. Let's do staff upgrades first, because then we can put another point into the expedition person. She can go alone. It's a little more efficient. That's gonna have to go all the way around. That doesn't seem very efficient. Let's stick some extra gates in here. Yeah, they're rerouting. Okay. A little weird having... the gate where it is, but let's do a little extra stuff here to make this look like something. Because right now this pen is just kind of out and about in the middle of nothing. We could have these trees here kind of all, you know, kind of come over a little bit. That way it's like the same patch of jungle kind of spreading around. Sure. Yeah, then we got like this plane here, which is the Pachycephalosaurus, and we can put some other dinos that don't really have a spot. And then here, this should be... So this is the approach where they're flying in with the plane towards the landing strip. So this is where they see like Triceratops and Brachiosaurus. So that's what this whole section is going to be. Like, this will be Brachios. And we'll have Brachios over by the river here, too. There's like, I don't know, 4 or 5 here. I think 4 by the river. We can check the shot. And then there's like 10 or 12 Brachiosaurs over here. There's a ton. We can also do, because we'll have plenty of space. Where... Fuck. Okay, why don't we get the Cerato first? Hopefully that doesn't fuck us, but what are you gonna do? It's just gonna keep spreading, because that's how this ends up working. Okay, then with our other scientists, we have 8 genetics. So we can knock out this and then sit and wait. Okay, staff improvements are good to go. One more thing maybe worth doing. Cheaper construction or administration and staff center task. Staff center cost. I don't... Let's do this one. I don't remember precisely which things here I like. Alright, I think adding a few, at least one extra pattern in skin color will help to mitigate that bug that tends to trick us into picking the wrong skins. Get them, please? Okay, finally. No tuberculosis. And did we ever get the status info down here? Yeah, they're good to go. Plenty of stuff. Okay, let's let current research finish, then we'll put a point in and go do Microceratus expeditions. One good question would be where to put the micros. Realistically, the micros could be anywhere because they could be literally there could be like Microceratops in almost every shot of Jurassic Park 3 and The Lost World, and you wouldn't notice. Just doing an upgrade check in general. So, 20% construction versus 10% salaries. I feel like the salaries are the thing that's sinking more than anything. But again, I have not run the numbers, and I could be extremely wrong. We never upgraded you. Let's get the scanners in there. Then our staff center. So, rest and training cost or rest time. Task cost globally 10% is the one we want. I think. Improved costs. I think that's the best upgrade there. Unless you do dedicated specialists. So, I could pivot over to that. Except I have no money. Which is accurate. I do have the money for micro, though. Okay, well, we'll rest you. We'll put a point into you. We should still be able to go do this. I can't, I'm not allowed to click it. Yeah, expeditions are the one where you have to have the full cost and doesn't apply the discount until afterwards. Oops. Okay, well, here's hoping the storm doesn't immediately hit. We'll be fine. In fact, if we really want money... Smile. Oh, it's running. It's probably running at me. Nope, he's heading somewhere else. The mystery. Now, we got enough cash now to handle our shit. I don't know, this map ended up a little flatter than I was hoping, but, like, it's so hard to put hills in this game that look like anything. Like, especially if you're trying to, like, convert a map to this. Like, the scale just doesn't really work to properly scale out, like, the whole river with, like, the landing strip and the lab complex. I don't even know if dinosaurs look in scale to the lab complex. I feel like it's a little small. It's probably is. I'm going to try to keep that as a backdrop. I don't know. I was thinking about making it the raptor exhibit, but I feel like if we drop a raptor in here, it's going to be almost as big as the buildings. Like, about half the height. So we'll see. We'll think about what we do with that. Okay, well, what else do we want to do here, then? We get the micro out. That gets us the humble research. We could put the points in for social. We would want, we would like him, since he's incubation, to be welfare. We don't want to boost that. So we'd put 2 into you at 7. So we'd be at 10. Then we'd have to put 2 into a cheaper researcher. which is a little not the best. We could put it in this guy since he's kind of non-specialized, but 3 genetics is pretty mediocre, whereas this guy's got a higher cap. Conversely, this guy being a little more mediocre means maybe, you know, long term we don't care so much about him. Hard to say. I think either way, we don't worry about it till we get the Microceratops out. I don't remember. Can we see what they eat when we have them? Let me partially. Yeah, fiber and leaf. Fiber leaf open. So they would overlap partially with the Pachycephalosaurus. We put them south. We let them out in the main area here. They overlap. And they overlap here. What if we just put them everywhere? I think we'll just release them out the front gate. I'll just let them out right here. Maybe I'll grab some subsequent clutches and just put them in other areas. I think it would be kind of funny to have the Microceratops in like every habitat. Just to kind of, like I said before, you know, they might, they could be in every shot in JP3, and then it makes sense to have them in every exhibit, right? Okay, so they are done. We have $1 million. Do I want social now? Doesn't really matter because we won't have humble until the micros are out. Let's let it sit. We can stock up a little bit of cash just for a rainy day. And I guess we should look at, actually, let's do something else. We should probably look at tours. If we put in a truck tour, truck feels right. That would help with the oops, I overcommitted somebody there. I didn't realize that was a 5. Might be. That would help with the transport rating. Also, yes, contracts. But also, I forgot to change skins. So, we'll use the Lost World skin, even though we're doing JP3, because there's no JP3 skin. And for the helicopter, we do get a Lost World one. Great. Okay, there's that. Increase the size of the largest territory population. Very well.
Mo dinos, mo money. That's my motto.
Okay, it's not actually showing up on the screen. It's fully glitched out. There we go. That worked for some reason. Okay, they want 16. Probably Corythosaurus, right? I would assume so. Oh, these are still set up from before. When we didn't have genes. Oh well. That's fine. Ironically, I can't undo it, which is kind of funny. Because we're paying extra potentially for more high tier ones when we don't really need them. But whatever. Sorry, I'm also trying to get a tiny bit of work done at the same time. I'm running code on my work laptop next to me. And it's dog shit. The results are fucking awful. It makes no sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense. I understand why the results are bad. They're not mysterious. It's just annoying because I've been running code all fucking day just for it to spit out garbage at me every time, and like, you know it's bad. You know it's gonna be bad, but like you have to check, right? Such as science. Alright, we take all these. Because there should be like 100 Corythosaurs on the goddamn island, probably. And then when this is all done, these people are rested up. We'll have to rest the genetic specialist, actually, before we can do the micros. So we'll wait for all that. Okay, there's a storm. Hold on. A storm is approaching the island. Okay, we did it. We did the JPOG thing. I thought of that halfway through my sentence, which is why I mangled it. Okay. Micros. We have this color palette selected. The first wave is just going to be whatever. Well, they do have a chance at intel. Oh, right. These guys end up with like aggressive and shit because this game is silly. Well, whatever. Let's see what happens. I probably don't want to hatch aggressive ones, but I'm also mildly curious what happens if I do. Like, is it gonna run up and bite the ankles of a Corythosaur? I would assume it doesn't actually do anything, and it's just a weird bug that we're gonna have to live with forever. But also, I think I know how to fix it. Okay, you're right there. Can you fix that, please? Nice job driving through the Spino pen. Alright, well, there we go. Okay, unfit's fine. Let's release one aggressive and see what happens. Watch them fucking break through the fences and kill everybody. I'm prepared for it to happen. It would be very JWE to do that to me. Minute 48. What if I want to do a research task instead? Well, most of the research tasks I want to do will be afterwards. So let's actually, yeah, just get these out and we'll sit tight. And then we can push research. Ironically, I think if the gates to the Spino or the Ceratopen goes down, it actually doesn't affect security. Because they can't fit through the little JP Euro gates, which are OP. How? Okay. This shit right here, with this feeder, immediately popping into being tainted only when the Spino goes over to eat from it is fucking bullshit. Okay. So you got a concussion and yet somehow an infected wound. So I can only assume you have an infected wound in your fucking brain. Which is not how any of that works. I have to escape off of you to get the fucking capture team. I'm just hitting all the wrong buttons. Because if it doesn't work immediately, if the first button that I instinctually press is wrong somehow, because, for instance, I'm looking at the dinosaur stats and R just toggles on and off the screen instead of bringing up the capture team, then everything breaks down and I forget everything I am doing. Okay, he didn't... Okay, I was going to say, did he eat all the tainted fish and it's no longer infected? No. It's not how that works. Okay, yeah, we need this. I knew there was one more thing I needed to do, and it was that, and I forgot. I could... I'm not going to put him on that task. No, I suppose... Whatever, fuck it. Okay, yeah, then we got the squad. We could try and do that. I think it'll just forget. And also, where the fuck is the goddamn ranger team? Please. One of you get to that fucking feeder. Okay. See if these guys are going to be cranky. I think that is exactly what a JP3 Microceratops would look like. Like an anthropomorphic fucking flower. Well, I guess a dinopomorphic flower walking around purple and rose. So yeah, let's let them do their thing and then figure out how stupid they're going to be. Okay, they have fiber, they don't have leaf. Couldn't remember. Oh yeah, leaf has the logs. So I'm gonna specifically... Let's take this opportunity to, like, use it to, like... So rather than just, like, completely scatter every plant type around at random, we can try and do some theming, right? Like, if we put the logs and stuff on the edge of the forest, it looks like the forest is thinning out as it comes out here into the plains, which is cool. Maybe sneak some up here. Maybe if they find their way up here, then it'll be a nice area for them or something. Yeah. Yeah, rather than, like, just, you know, scatter the same plants everywhere. Let's try and have a little fun with it, right? We make a little bit of an environmental story, kind of. We got this little half arc full of logs. We got, like, you know, verge on the forest there, and then the animals, it's up to them to find a place where they're happy and, you know, not lose their shit. No like species dislikes everything due to aggressive trait. Affects full territory of alpha, I understand. Currently, you don't seem to actually be mad. Maybe that's only because you're still on forming. And maybe you'll be completely losing your mind any moment now. Alright, so we got you back into there. 2 million bucks. Let's get some action going here. So, genes. Let's do... Well, you can take a break, and then I can't do anything because you're on a break. Classic moment. Okay, so let's do some skin research and stuff, and then we'll push social. And we can work on getting alphas for the Pachycephalosaurus and Microceratops. And with our expedition person, we can go looking for something. We can do a Monosaurus. We should have Trike. Right? Oh, Para. Did I... Oh, Trike is locked behind research again. Right. We have partial Trike from phase 0, but now it's... Yeah. Let's do Para. Willing to do that. Because the Paras... We have a really cool mod to show off with the Parasaurs and the Crythosaurs. I'm not going to spoil ahead of time. We'll do it when we do it. So let's try and get that out. Okay, still forming territory. Contract time. Okay, tour ride. We do actually want one of
When the
those,
guests are
so that's
comfortable,
perfect.
They're happy.
So let's think about that. If we set up a tour. So I kind of don't want explorers, because explorers are very nublar. I think a truck really is the way to go. Feels correct. The real question is, how do I get truck from like over here to over here? Do I go all the way out and around the mountain? All the way back over there? Maybe. We don't. That's fine, because we don't give a shit if they're out in the cars for 1,000 hours. I guess I'll try and sneak it through here, too. That way both loops don't have to go wide. I think so. Oh, also, we did new paths and never put them in. So we need to do that
Means they're
too.
more likely to share this one-of-a-kind experience with others. That means more resources to ensure the dinosaurs are cared for.
Oh god,
Which is always the priority.
is the game crashing? Yes. Wow, that was really cool. Clicking to the brush crashed the game. That's really weird. That's a new one. Turns out the crash was reproducible. Not going to question it. I did upgrade the paths by not switching the brush initially. Upgrade the paths and then put the new ones in. Put in a truck tour. It snakes all the way over here to the map edge, crosses over by a few of the different landmarks. Swings around the outside of this mountain range, over to this beach here. Right past the crash plane and the landing strip, which you can just barely glimpse through the trees. Swings over here, and you get the little look down at the lab complex. Passing by. And then out into the Corythosaur plains, and then snaking up and around this loop and back over towards the start. And then, yeah, it snakes back over here, cuts through this new mountain pass I put in, and then continues on that way. One thing we should do, this little bit here is kind of gross looking. Maybe we'll take some shrubs and, like, mask it a little bit. I don't like the bit in the middle, but I do like the bit on the outsides. Alright. Sure. It would be nice if we didn't have to have all the fucking lights. Because the lights really do ruin the safari aesthetic. However, yeah. Can't do nothing about it. I believe there's a mod that removes the lights, and that would honestly be really nice. I might look into adding that. I'm hard pressed to imagine any park build where I actually want the lights. Because, like, these aren't motivated by any of the films, right? I don't think you ever see the gyrospheres ever having, like, lights on the paths anywhere. They're, like, free roam, so let's not. And say we did. These guys are still missing water, but oh, they are still also forming territory. So there's that. And you're heading off to tend to that. So let's get some other action. Now we should have everybody. Great. 12 for the new genes. So we're going to push 7 into you. You, we probably want 5 welfare, so we want to leave you. Which means we got to put 1 into a cheaper researcher. We'll put 1 into Mr. Powell here because he's kind of mediocre. And that should do that. So that leaves us with cheaper expeditions and research. Let's go do more para. And for the research, don't know if we can do anything with 4. We can do fences. Perfect, actually. Great. I could... Honestly, I'm not against the idea of upgrading the fences surrounding the area. We'd have to... We could get away with it if we do it piecemeal, probably. Do it during a storm a little bit. I don't know. We'll see. We'd sedate like the Serrato and the Spino. We could start that. Why don't we maybe shoot for heavy and then do it? It'd be nice to have something with a little more defensive power behind it. So we'll let this stuff finish. Oh, we got fossils. Right? Or did I not ever send the... Oh, maybe I needed to rest before I sent the expedition out? Must be. The large is a 5. So actually close. Oh, but you need a break anyway. That's fine. Okay, queued up the pattern here in the skin. And then, yeah, our last one is locked behind a large appetite, which will happen eventually, probably, maybe. And we queued up the other pattern. Here's our batch of fossils. A good haul of para there. Put you on that, and then you can go on a break. So I think we must have finished the Paradig site that was up that way. Then we should just have the Tyrannosaurus dig site to finish, right? Yes, here. Which is also Gallimimus. Which is also another good one to add to the park, obviously. Ratings check? I haven't done one of those recently. These are okay. It looks like we need to check the settings, though. 90 or 57 on transport. I mean, that's a lot better than, like, 13 or something that we had before. Not perfect, but I'm not surprised it's not perfect, so... This seems fine. Okay. Be good there. Yeah, don't know how stable these amenities and things are going to be. They're not exactly trustworthy. Waffles? You want some waffles in your dinosaur park? I mean, why not? Okay, so that's all happening. We need a break on you. Leaves us with cheaper incubation, cheaper research. 4 points total. Do we have a contract? Okay, that did pop, but I just didn't do it. Scientist, skills, research, or number? Let's do number. 3 trikes. I mean, maybe... Okay, we'll push that out of the way and see about doing Triceratops next. I'm perfectly happy to let the contracts guide me a little bit for which animals to do next. Because we have a lot we can push.
That's one of the fundamental pillars of nature. The same holds true in the park. That's why we need to incubate this dinosaur.
So these guys, I wonder if they're going to be forming territory like forever until they just incidentally find water. These are the things we're experimenting with the mods, so. 3 dinosaurs with defensive. Okay. Do we have access to that? No. Oh, they have a chance at defensive, though, actually. So, I mean... That's... Why do they have so many genes? Why are the micros able to be fucking 100-100, humble social? If we just get rid of this intolerant, it'd be great. Others, I don't even need them that good. There's no point to that. Let's drop this down. Yeah, perfect. 70. Frankly, we can get to 6. We'll leave it at 7, I think. Their actual geneticist should be 7. Oh, and we should double check the skins. I'm gonna put it... Okay, yeah, I got a few other colors picked out. For some dinosaurs, I picked like one skin and pattern combo. For some others, I picked like a male and female. And then for even others, I picked just a random assortment of similar skins, basically. So in this case, we've got a few. So you're done. If I do you got to take a break. Precludes me from doing a hatch. It's not really optimal, but I'll do the 2 of them instead. Alright, push one clutch of these out while the paras are finishing up. I couldn't airlift the micros over here. Maybe have the territories merge and see if that'll stabilize. Defensive, aggressive, social intel is a problem. Because we don't want a bad alpha. I could hatch this one, or I could just ignore it. Ah, fuck it. Anakin somewhere. So, I guess we'll get these out, then we'll do paras real quick too. Now, of course, for Parasaur, we need specifically the 2001 skin. We have a 2003 skin for JPOG, which is just essentially the Lost World Parasaur for, you know, whatever reason. We're just going to do explicitly only 2001. I feel like getting rid of the drowning penalty. Not drowning. Dehydration. The opposite of drowning. Getting rid of the dehydration penalty is relevant. Because right now we have a Microceratus that can't find water or food. Because he's stupid. So we'll get them synced up. We'll rest you up, and then we can do the hatch. Oh, we got a few. I did airlift out the next batch to try to get them positioned a little bit better. Maybe this is... I wonder if they can't, like, eat while they're forming territory or something. I wonder if that's the glitch. I mean, if there's a glitch. I don't know that there is. No, your food bar is not at 0. I think it is just random, whatever. Yeah, they're not all equally starving, so they're just being dummies.
Asset has been
Alright, what do we got? We got another mangrove rana. This one's a mangrove papu rana. Nice blue and purple instead of the like rose, pink, red. Same stuff. Well, hopefully maybe these territories will merge up a little bit and they can leapfrog to some water.
Unlike other members of its
Maybe. Might need to put in some real fucking water. Or potentially I can just get enough to make the connection. Maybe. Like to connect the territory to the shoreline so that they stop fucking dying. Fuck it. This is a problem for the future. They're cheap. They're little dudes. We don't really need to worry that much. It'll sort itself out eventually. Alright, we'll do a couple of you. In the meantime, we can do... Oh, I should have probably done more micros to try and get the trike. Shit. Kinda forgot. Well, whatever. That could be next. Gallimimus. Since we started doing it, might as well keep doing it. I'm gonna keep the contract. I like the idea of just following it and obeying it. Tolerant, humble. Yeah, we don't have the optimal alpha yet there. Yeah, the other problem is going to be this, like, they're going to be, spiraling. So I'm going to put water in here temporarily, at least. A little extra. I mean, there is a lake in the trees here, right? But, like, it's not doing it. It's not sufficient. I do like that we've, like, the stable territories are really fun for building this, like, open environment. Like, the mod is working very well. The Yankees have been hanging out over here across the river like nobody's business. So that's cool. Alright, releasing the wave of parasaurs. The stray microceratus in frame there, that's fun. The size difference is certainly something. He's gonna get kicked. Just go sailing into the distance. There's our JP3 Parasaur, modded skin as well. These guys need some ground nut. So, where do we want to put the ground nut? And you can already see the other mod in action here. I think I like the idea. What if we did little stands of like ground nut by the viewing things? Like they're hidden in trees almost, you know? And sprinkle a little bit around like the tree line maybe in some different spots. I don't like that. Not right in front of the viewing thing. So, the mod is, much like they are seen in Jurassic Park 3, the Corythosaurs and Parasaurs herd together. They share one territory. Interestingly, this feature, right, this exists for Indominus Rex and Velociraptor. But since it's coded into the game, the way it works is it's actually just a toggle in the databases for the game. So you can probably, presumably, if I understand this correctly, you could likely add this to any combination of animals in the game to make them herd together, which is fascinating. But it's another fun little mod that I was really glad exists for this park build in particular. Getting the combined herd of paras and Corthosaurs is, to me, that's like, there's a handful of like really iconic moments in JP3. I'm not the biggest JP3 fan, right? And I think the mixed Hadrosaur herd is really cool. I really like that idea. I think it's neat. So I'm really happy that we can now recreate that. So we need these micros to get Triceratops. So I'm going to queue these up before I forget that I need these. And I guess maybe while that's happening, we can hatch, yeah, more of these guys. So we should also have Parasaurs across the river and Parasaurs over in what will eventually be the, like, Brachiosaur Triceratops Valley. So these are all some other places we can think about airlifting a batch to. I am curious, if we dump them across the river, will they merge? Or is the river thick enough that the territories can remain discreet? We will have to find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.